welcome to my Palette of the Month Club. If you watched my New Year's resolutions, my makeup resolutions actually, it's when I first introduced this idea. If you watched my makeup resolutions video from the beginning of the year, then this was the first time I mentioned doing Palette of the Month Club. And basically what it is I have so many eyeshadow palettes that I feel like I don't want to neglect them. So I've decided each and every month to focus on one, and that means I'm going to use it at least like a good 8 to 10 times during that whole month, so I can really get to know it. And it may be featured in different ways. You may see it pop up in a tutorial, you may see it, who knows, in the favorites, but this month really, it's just going to be a review. And that is because unfortunately, I really do not like this palette at all. So this is the NYX Butt Naked, Turn the Other Cheek. So there are actually two palettes in this family, I guess. One is, I think, just called Butt Naked, and then this is the sequel called Turn the Other Cheek. And what it is it has eyeshadows and it has cheek products. So originally when I bought this, I thought it was gonna be awesome. I really was excited to get it. And as soon as I swatched it at home, I was immediately disappointed because as soon as you touch this, you can tell how powdery the shadows are. Now, a couple good things about it. It has nice packaging. So it's very sleek, it's very compact, it would be great for traveling. It's a huge mirror, stands up on its own. And then of course it's very compact, having, you know, the pull-out drawer and everything. So the packaging is wonderful. Love the packaging. The price tag, not so great. I mean, this is a drugstore brand, and this was $30. And I know currently on their website, I think it's $27. I will link it below so you guys can find it easily if you are interested. Now, what I would say is, if you can find it on sale, so maybe your drugstore has a 30, I would do it for at least 30% off. Either 30%, or maybe NYX's website at some point will have like a great sale, 30, 40%. That's what I would pay for this. Because this would be a great palette for a beginner, for like a teenager, somebody who maybe is not going to be the best with a whole lot of pigment, because you know, you don't want to start out with bam pigment when you're first learning. So this would actually be a good learner's palette for the right price. You have some nice transition colors, you have mix of mattes and shimmers. The problem is, first of all, the metallics, they don't show up. They just don't show up. Even with like using Fix Plus or water, they don't show up. You see that? There's almost nothing to that. I tried so many times to work with these metallics. Honestly, they're just not good. This one is probably the best out of all of them, but it's still not that great. I'm actually wearing this goldish one today in the middle of the lid, and you can't even really see it. See how light and sheer those are? Like, those are the metallics in this palette. The mattes are okay. They, again, are not that pigmented. Here's the black. See? And I am wearing the black today, too, in my outer corner. See that? So, again, it would be good for somebody who just wants a sheerness to their shadows and is maybe a little bit not used to using very pigmented shadows. But the mattes don't have a lot of pigment. The browns are all very similar. So this one is similar to this one is similar to this one is kind of a little warmer, but they're all very much the same. This one here is like a black with gold flecks. Look, it's just, I did try to use this palette a lot this month, and I just found myself getting very frustrated. The other thing with it is that even when you are able to like do something, like I just did a very neutral look today, you can tell. By the end of the day, it gets very muddy. So the colors, instead of blending and still being their own colors, they just all become one and kind of become just a smudge on your eyelid by the end of the day. So they don't really have that good of a lasting power either. Now I'm also wearing the cheek products. If there's one good thing I could say about this palette, it's that the blushes are usable and decent, and I even kind of enjoy the two matte ones. The two shimmer ones I like to only use to mix with the matte ones. The shimmer ones, they're not really that great on their own. This one especially, there's almost nothing there. This one is a little bit better, but these two matte ones are actually pretty good, I would say. Pretty decent for blushes. This one's actually really soft. See, you can see that one's actually quite nice. That one is the most pigmented of all of them right there. That's actually quite nice. The rest of them are just kind of, you know, usable, okay. That's why it would make a good travel palette, because at least you have those options. The highlighters are terrible. They are the most powdery powder products I have ever come across. This, let me just show you. Okay, watch this. So hopefully you can see this. Can you? Can you see that? Now look at this. Can you see? Watch. Did you see that? It basically just kicked up a ton of product. They're just not usable really at all, and it doesn't even have that good of a payoff. So it's not even like, oh, if we can ignore the powderiness because it's such a beautiful highlight. They're not beautiful highlights. I'm wearing this one today, this one here, because I think it's the least powdery of the three, and it's still very powdery. And still it's like it's not much of anything. So I feel bad because I love NYX. NYX is a brand that I think makes really, really good products. I think just whoever put this together, I don't know, I just don't get it. I don't get how they could let the quality be so lackluster on it. Like, it's very disappointing. It's a disappointing product. I don't feel like I hate it. I'm just very, very underwhelmed and like kind of sad. So I would definitely not recommend picking this up unless you're buying it like for a young girl as her first palette or something like that and on sale. At the end of the video, I will do a very, very sped up, it's not even a tutorial, just so you could see how the eyeshadow applies. I just filmed myself doing my makeup today, so it's gonna be very quick. You could just see how the eyeshadow goes on. But other than that, let's get to what my next palette is. So that was January. Now we're gonna go into February, and being that I was so disappointed by January, I wanted to kind of go with something that I knew I was really going to enjoy. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy this a lot. This is the Kat Von D Monarch palette. So I got this for my birthday from my parents, and this is what it looks like. Now, I am a big fan of Kat Von D. I've actually just got this one, the Shade and Light Eye palette, and I've been using this one a lot, and I have the Mi Vida Loca palette. So I know her eyeshadows are amazing quality. So I know I'm not gonna be disappointed in that way, and I feel like I can have a lot more fun this month with this one, like trying to create looks and actually seeing what use I can get out of this. Whereas with the NYX one, I felt like I was just trudging through for you guys for this video to give you a review, and I was not enjoying my makeup anytime I used that. So that was really disappointing, but I feel like this month with this, I'm really gonna enjoy it. We can have a lot of fun together, and if you have this palette, do it with me. That's kind of the point of this. Join the Palette of the Month Club and we can use it together. So like I said, the idea is to use it at least like twice a week as my eyeshadow and really get to know it. And we'll see if maybe I do a tutorial or get ready with me or something with this. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for spending time with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.